Top 5 shinies and Paldean fates. That's a pretty tough one. There's so many of them. And obviously, when you talk about this set, it's all about the Bubble Mew. But for this list in particular, we're just gonna focus on like the hollow rare shiny. I'm sorry, but it's just mandatory to bring up the Bubble Mew. Anyway, since there are so many, there has to be an honorable mention, which is probably gonna be the Pikachu. I always say it, I'm not much of a Pikachu guy. I get why this is the top chase card of this like subset of cards that we're looking at. It's a good vibes card. I'm cool with it being anywhere on this list for you. 5 though is the Raichu. And this isn't the only time there's an evolution line on this list, but I just like this card a little more than the Pikachu. I think Raichu is super underrated, and the burnt orange shiny I feel like just suits Raichu a little bit better than the Pikachu. Both of these are really cool cards though. 4 is the Paldean Tauros, in particular the water one. There's also a fire one which is cool, but like this water one is clean. The very subtle blues in there against the dark grays on him just goes so well with like the full blue card and then the silver border or the gray border. And low-key, Paldean Tauros has been getting some pretty cool cards lately. This is a sleeper Pokemon for sure. 3rd is a tie, and this is the other evolutionary line like I was mentioning before. I think most people would put the Charmander in the top 3, which is completely understandable. And I was talking about good vibes before, like this is a good vibes card. I do kind of wish Charmander was a different shiny color as opposed to just like a brighter yellow, but what are you gonna do? The subtle like teal in his eyes though is a really nice touch. For me personally though, I like the Charmeleon a little bit more. First off, Charmeleon never gets any love, even though he's a really cool Pokemon. And I don't really know why I like this card so much, but it's really just a clean portrait of Charmeleon. It's the OG starter though. You can't go wrong with either of these. 2nd is the Sableye. Obviously, shout out Gen 3. We've been talking a lot about underrated Pokemon today. Sableye has to be one of them. Take a look at a bunch of his cards. A lot of them are pretty sick. But somehow, I don't have a single Sableye in my collection, I don't think. How much is this in a PSA 10? It's not that bad. And it looks like there's only less than 100 of these. So it's a pretty rare find. If I see this out and about, I'm gonna have to pick this up. And first has to go to the Ditto. No questions asked. The light blue Ditto is sick. And dude is just like pumped to be alive. I love it. And it's those 2 dots for eyes where there's just like completely empty behind them with every Ditto card. And speaking of Ditto cards, they're always so good. This is just another prime example of that. Definitely my number 1 for the shinies. I feel like there's so many sick cards we left off of this list. We might have to do a part 2 for this.